just this being the time of year is what it is. Pitt was in a playing game
Mm-hmm.
last night. Can we either just get rid of the damn playing games
Yep.
or make it like a part of the tournament? Like there's just four teams that play to get it. Pick two of them. There's other teams who get left off anyway. Like, there's so many teams that get left off that probably should have been. You look at like a North Carolina or whoever, or
Clemson.
Clemson, like teams who should have probably gotten a nod that didn't, and they get left out. But then you're having these other teams play playing games. Like, dude, was their whole season not playing games?
And the thing is,
100%.
it's not even like the, because realistically, I mean, yeah, I was watching the game yesterday, but like I had money on it and that sort of thing. But that's just because like I'm a sports fan. No one gives a shit about the playing games anyway, so it's not like you're even attracting
Nope.
that big of an audience because everyone tunes in starting Thursday.
No, because if it's not your team, people are just waiting to see what name pops up on the bracket once they fill out their final ones. Like, nobody
Mm-hmm.
watches those games unless they're your teams, or you are deathly bored.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Vault. This is your boy Smalls with Thoughts from the Bench. The Vault, the weekly show that takes a look back at some of the best and worst jerseys in sports. With me, as always, is my boy Benny Buckets. How's it going, sir?
It's going well, dude. How are you?
Dude, I'm good. Hey, listen to the sound of that, dude. It's that time of the year where
We're back. Most wonderful time of the year. Christmas close second, but March Madness, we're back, baby.
we're back, baby. No, yeah, and it's a sunny day. I'm feeling good. Haven't done the show in 2 weeks. I'm ready to get back to it, so I'm feeling good today. Feeling good today.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. We got to have some fun. We're still
Mm-hmm.
doing vault things, but definitely, dude. Especially when you text me about doing this idea, I'm very excited for today's show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, so am I, so am I. So obviously, the elephant in the room is March Madness. That's what we're talking about here. March Madness is back. Best 4 days out of the calendar sports year. I will stand by that every single time. The World Cup is cool. I love watching the World Cup. NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs are obviously fun to watch, but like there's nothing that really compares to March Madness. Those first 4 days are just, it's insanity because you're just sitting, even if you're working, you're sitting in front or at least near a TV just watching hoops all day long, just watching all this crazy shit happen. Heroes are made,
Mhm.
Legends go down in the history books. Like, this is the time where sports fans come out to play. I'm so excited that we're back.
Hell yeah, dude. Me too.
We were talking about this before we kind of got on, but your boys, Pitt basketball, escaped last night. Hey, that was a hell of a game, but boy, it was a, like I said, that was a back and forth game if I've ever seen one.
Dude, they gotta owe me some type of reparations for the years of my life that they took off
Yep.
the tail end for sure. And I mean, like we were discussing before, if any of you watched that game, then you know that it was close from tip off to the final whistle. It was, I mean, unrelenting, on the edge of your seat, gut wrenching basketball for every single minute. Like there was not a time for either team to breathe at all. So it made for a really exciting game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it goes to show you the spirit of March and the spirit of this tournament, that every team is thrown in the kitchen sink just to be able to have the opportunity to actually be a part of it. So I'm really happy that Pitt was able to pull that out, because it has been a long time. 2016 was the last time that Pitt went dancing at all. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a drought for quite some time, and for Pitt being as big of a basketball school as it used to be, these have been uncharted waters for almost a decade now. So being able to be back in it and seeing Jeff Capel be able to string a team together, and because I always liked him, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm really happy that he's able to. Now a lot of them are transfers, and a lot of them are leaving after this year. But what a year to actually get us back in the basketball landscape,
Mm-hmm.
especially in Pennsylvania, because there isn't much of one. So you need to have schools at the forefront. And both of ours, Pitt and Penn State, have had really great years,
Yep.
respectively, and kind of putting Pennsylvania back on the map for basketball.
Yeah, no, I'm just happy that listen, I'm just I'm so glad that Penn State is even in the dance. It's
Mm-hmm.
been 13 years for me since I last saw my boys going to the big dance. And even then, I think we were a 10 seed that year too. And we got bounced in the first round by Temple. And I don't even think I might have been alive that previous time that we had made it to the tourney, but I don't remember it because Penn State basketball is just irrelevant in the big scheme of things. But I'm just glad that we have a competitive. Penn State's a fun team to watch. Even objectively, I think that we're a fun team to watch because
No, you have been,
yeah,
and I caught mainly. I just caught your each game that you played in the Big Ten tournament. I
mm-hmm,
didn't watch you all year though. I'll be
mm-hmm,
honest, but
that's
I
fair.
watched the Big Ten tournament, and you're a fun team to watch,
Yeah,
especially them because you made it all the way to the final, which nobody expected for that to happen
mm-hmm.
either. So had a couple big upsets and proved that you guys might actually be a problem for teams here early in the tournament. And dude, as much as I do think you guys have your work cut out for you with A and
A
M.
and M, yeah,
Uh, I It would not shock me if you guys pull one out.
yeah,
So
no, yeah, A and M. I think we got kind of the shit end of the stick by drawing A&M. A&M kind of got shafted with their seeding as well. So
yeah,
it's
you got the strongest 7 seed
oh,
for
not
sure.
even
If
close.
you
They
were
should be a
supposed to be
5 seed.
listed as
Yeah.
yeah, if you were supposed to be listed as a pure 10 seed,
Mm-hmm.
you guys got the toughest draw
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, but I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm glad we're in it. I'm glad that I mean, I can't even tell you the last time that a Penn State player was given All America considerations, and we have an All American player. So I'm Jalen Pickett he's the man, and I'm just glad that we can even say. I'm not gonna say that we're a basketball school, but we're pretending that we're a basketball school this year, and I'm all for it. So
Yeah. Hey, you gotta strike the iron while it's hot, man.
yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But it's a good time for PA basketball right now, so
Oh
I'm
yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, until Micah Shrewsbury gets the Georgetown or Notre Dame job, in which case we're kind of shit out of luck. But we'll see. But I say we'll jump right into it. Benny, you want to do the ad read this week?
Sure. If you're watching all this March Madness basketball and you're seeing these young guys all fit and running up and down the court all day and you're jealous, well, fix that shit with Marshall Fitness. Marshall Fitness is your one-stop shop for getting your body back to where you want it to be or to a place it's never been because that's your goal. Will Marshall will work with you virtually to where you don't have to have the hassle of going and meeting somebody in person. You can get a training plan from the comfort of your own home. You can talk to Will. He's very accessible, and he's going to build a program around your diet, your needs, your goals, your accessibility, and make sure that he finds a program that turns you into the you that you want to be. So please check out Marshall Fitness today. Wouldn't trust anybody else. He's the man. Go do yourself a favor and check out Marshall Fitness.
Check out Marshall Fitness, Benny. We already kind of talked about it. This is the March Madness episode. So,
Yes, sir.
so what we're gonna do is something a little different than what we normally do on the show, right? It's almost like we're playing NFLopoly, right? So we're completely throwing out the usual format this week. What we're gonna do is we have our bracket up for the Thoughts from the Bench bracket pool on ESPN. We're going to fill it out, and it's going to be based on jerseys, logos, and just overall vibes, like the vibes that we're getting from all these teams, right? Because in
Yeah, this
reality,
is forewarning, this is by no means meant to be an accurate
Correct.
bracket.
Correct.
This is this is just for our shits and gigs and picking different reasons as to why we're picking somebody. This is not like take this to the bank and fill out your bracket the same if you've got money on it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, no, this is at this point I think this is my third that I'm filling out. I'm going to do another one from like just on my own for the thoughts from the bench pool, and then I got one more for work. And then I have all kinds of different crazy methods for filling it out.
Me too. This is my 17th total. Oh, dude, I go nuts. I go nuts during this time of year. So, yeah, dude, I mean, I'm like, I'm a fiend for it. I'll fill out brackets all day. I'll fill them out up until tomorrow
Yep.
when, at the limit. I mean, and I'll do like ESPN, I think lets you do 25. So
Hmm.
I'll probably have all 25 made uh, as of tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I got I was even doing so I go real nerdy with it, and then I go real meathead with it too. So like I got
Yes, you have to. You
yeah.
have to.
Yeah, so the one I'm going based on Ken Palm. So 2 years ago, I think I came in second in my pool, and the only reason I didn't take first was because I picked Gonzaga over Baylor. So that was the only decider. But Ken Palm, just based on the numbers, I'm trying to go back to that again this year with my numbers one, and I'm looking at overall efficiency, 3 point percentage, and free throws. Those are kind of my go-to categories that I'm looking at. And then the opposite end of the spectrum, I literally just go based on gut. Like, hey, there have been 15 seeds in the past 2 years that have made it to the Sweet 16. I'm picking another one this year just because, and it was completely random. And
Yeah.
so and I even had my fiance help me fill one of them out just for
Yep.
vibes, because
Yep.
sometimes you need
Dude,
that outside juju, man.
I did one that was in now this took me a very long time, but I did a coin flip for every single
Yep.
game. Okay. And it's obviously my coin flip bracket. And I'll tell you what, the coin loves Penn State because the coin has Penn State going to
Oh,
the Final Four.
oh,
And
okay.
yeah, and losing in the semifinals. So Abe Lincoln was a big fan of Penn State that
Let's
go around.
go.
So
Let's go, Abe.
yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, dude, I mean, out of the 17, you got different methods. I had one that was mascots. I have one that was what coach I like better.
Yep.
I had one that was based on stats. I have one that was based on just schools that I personally like better, who I want to see win. And like, you know what I mean? So you gotta have different methods. I did one where whose mascot would win in a fight, and
Mm-hmm.
like and you take
Yep.
those all the way. You gotta because this is one of those things. Nobody knows shit.
Yeah,
No
no.
matter what you think you know, in March nobody knows
Weird
anything.
shit
You
happens,
you
dude.
just don't.
Yeah.
Yes, all
Yeah.
the time.
Weird shit happens. Yeah, so and that's yeah, like I said, I go based on a lot of different things. Like um the uh the mascot thing, which is in the same vein of kind of what we're doing today for the most part. But I just being the betting fiend that I am as well. I have a formula for over unders that I'm trying to hit this year. I'm gonna try that for the first time. Based on a whole shitload of things, and I have a whole spreadsheet, and then this is the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Like I said, where we're just going on vibes, looks, and that's it. So I
Yeah,
like the coin flip idea. That would take a while though. That would definitely take a while.
it it did. I was bored,
Yeah.
and it worked. Kept my dog really entertained because he thought that the coin was like something I was going to give him the entire
Yeah.
time. And then I set it down on the table. He sniffed it. Was like, "Oh, that was just for a bracket.
Yeah.
You did that all just to click on your phone." But
Yeah.
hey, who knows? That honestly though, that'll probably be the one that's the most accurate
Oh,
because that's just
100%.
the way that March does things to people.
100%. I actually, you know what I haven't done? I think I might want to get my dog to do something similar where it's almost like the octopus picks back in the day.
Yes, I want to do it with mine, but I know that he would not sit through
Yes, that's the
32 first round
problem.
games, 16 second round games, 8 quarterfinal games, 4 semifinal games, or I'm sorry, 2 semifinal games, and then the
65
final.
games.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no shot that that I was going to get him to pick something 65 times. So
No.
maybe once the Sweet 16 comes around,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. But the first 2 rounds, I'm on my own.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, Benny, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, we got our bracket here.
Let's go.
This is what we're gonna be looking at. It's the best time of the year. Let's kick it off. Let's get started. So, first one we got here, we got Alabama and Texas A&M Corpus Christi. So I also got on my other screen, we got pictures of jerseys, and then I can also look up whatever we want to here. So I got jersey picks for both Corpus Christi and Alabama. Now, obviously, vibes are a big part of this. 1 versus 16 seed. It's only ever happened once. But Benny, I guess, what are your thoughts on jerseys, logos, vibes?
So I'm gonna, just because we have so many, I'm gonna give like quick.
Yep, I like it.
I'm gonna answer everything, but I'm gonna try and rifle through. So the team with 8 names. I think that 8 school names way too long.
Yeah.
It probably deterred people from wanting to go there.
Yeah.
Second of all, their jerseys are okay. I like their color scheme. I don't really dig the setup or the execution of how
Shoulders are
they've done it
weird.
for the jerseys.
Yeah.
Alabama, you and I have talked. I like most of what they produce for their
Yep.
athletics, and they've been a dominant team this year. I'm taking Alabama in this if you are in concurrence.
Oh no, I completely agree with that. I think I'm going Alabama all day. Clean look, the A is so iconic. And yeah, 16 different names for one team is not exactly what you want. So yeah, I didn't even know A&M
that's
had
not
it.
a power move. That's a low battery move.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right, then we got Maryland and West Virginia. What do you got? What do you got on this one?
All these 8s and 9s this year were like perfectly selected because every game is kind of hard for me to nail in a pick. But I like Maryland better, and I think that the Terrapin is a obscure mascot. And I definitely think it's better than a homeless mountaineer, the guy who just lives in the mountains. But I have seen West Virginia play this year. I haven't watched Maryland play once. And West Virginia, I think, has the capability to knock off a few teams. Not that they will, but they could. As a bitter Pitt fan, I like West Virginia's uniforms and stuff. I don't think they're that bad. They're not super far off, but I do prefer Maryland in almost every sense of the word with uniforms, location, mascot, and everything like that. So I'm leaning Terrapins, but if you said Mountaineers just off of a team talent base, I would be cool with that.
So I'm gonna go WVU because of one name, Kevin Pittsnogle, and
Kevin Pittsnogle is the best white person basketball name of all time, potentially best sports name ever, and he was a dog too. Like he could actually ball.
Oh yeah, no, he was just the name. He's like in my mind almost like the same era, the same like vein as like a Levance Fields, where I remember that name from growing up watching basketball.
And they never did anything after college, but you remember them from when they were in college.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. All right, so then we got San Diego State and Charleston. What do you got for these guys?
I like San Diego State. I really like their color scheme for most of their uniforms and stuff. I'm a big black and red guy. I just think that that's a tough combo. Charleston, I know, has been trending is a upset pick, like on all the TV platforms and stuff like that. But San Diego State, I think, looks wise, keeps it simple, keeps it clean. I think that's a tough logo, and I don't know. I just like them better. In Charleston, I really don't know next to anything about.
Yeah, no, I mean, so they got a pretty plain logo. I kind of like their jerseys. They're simple, but San Diego State logo is dope. It's definitely dope. So I'm thinking probably I think I agree with you. I think let's agree and go San Diego State on this one.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next one. We got Virginia and Furman. What do you got here?
I got just This one I'll keep short and sweet. I
Yep.
got Virginia in straight sets. I think in every sense of it, I think their logo, their mascot, their their uniforms, and their talent, I'm pushing them through 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't think they'll ever be shell shocked like they were against UMBC. I think that was a one time
No,
thing.
that's I agree, which was fucking electric, by the way.
Oh yeah,
But no, I don't think that they're not that soft inside anymore. That
nah.
hardened them to who they are now.
Yeah, Furman. They might as well be called the Furman Furries. I'm out on Furman. I don't know anything about Furman, but
Yeah.
like I'm out. All right, we got NC State and Creighton.
All right. Whoop whoop. Wolfpack upset alert. I think that the Wolfpack are going to beat the shit out of the Creighton, whatever they are, Blue Jays,
Blue Jays,
BJs,
yeah.
whoever, because I think that Creighton is fake tough. I don't think they're very good. I think that they play in a weak conference, and they did well in that weak conference. I really like their uniforms, but in terms of just the team themselves, I think that a Wolf would absolutely ruin a Blue Jays day.
BJ, yeah.
So
I'll go with the BJ.
And the Wolfpack is a sick name for a school. Their logo is awesome. And NC State actually grinded out some pretty tough wins this year. I think that they're going to be one of the upsets in this tournament, and I think they're going to expose Creighton for not being very good.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. First of all, I'm going NC State purely based on this guy here. This is like logo perfection. Dude.
What a tough logo. Like that is up there. That is prestige for logos for a college.
Oh yeah. All right. So I think we're in agreement there. NC State upset alert. All right. Baylor, UC Santa Barbara. I want to see what your thoughts are on this one.
So if we're talking just based on the teams and who I think's going to win, I think Baylor's going to sick 'em Bears. But I also hate that saying. I hate most of what Baylor puts out uniform-wise. I don't really like their logos, and I think they go like they always overhype themselves. In any sport that they're starting to get good in, they overhype themselves. So, and I think that the UC Santa Barbara, their logo is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But in terms of, do I really think they're actually going to win? No, but I already like them so much more than Baylor is just a school. So
yeah. I kind of agree, dude. The BU logo is kind of whatever, and I mean, I don't know. The colors are fine.
That's very It's a very positive message.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, BU, bro.
Yeah, make sure you be you. But no, dude, look at this gaucho. First of all, if you're called the Gauchos, that's a fucking win in my book. So
yeah,
I think if I'm hearing you right, I think we're going UCSB.
You are hearing me right.
All right, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Then we got Mizzou, Utah State. I don't even want to look these guys up because jersey-wise, logo-wise, I don't know. There's not really much to unpack here. So
yeah, this is another one I have an upset. I think the Utah State's better than a 10 seed.
Okay.
But who are they? Oh yeah, in Missouri. Missouri. I don't know. You gave us Blaine Gabbert. That's it. So I mean, for Blaine Gabbert alone, I'm probably saying Utah State.
Yeah. So I wanna find here. Here it is. So I want to go Utah State. There was one logo that I found for Utah State that was kind of dope, but I'm going against Mizzou just because of this guy here. That's pretty tough. I don't know what this is about.
It's a meth tiger.
Yeah.
There was Cocaine Bear, now there's Meth Tiger, and
Tiger.
that's what happened.
Yeah. So I agree. I think Utah State. They do have a logo somewhere out there where it's like a bull. It looks kind of dope. All right. Arizona, Princeton. My thoughts automatically. Fuck Princeton. I'm just going to Arizona. I don't have any other thoughts on it. Just vibes.
No, that's my thought because they're too busy being nerds and they're not actually good at sports.
Yeah.
So they're good at sports against other nerds, but when they go and face real athletes, they're going to get their ass waxed.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree.
That's my thought.
I agree. All right, so then we're going down to the next region here. We got Purdue, Texas Southern / Farley Dickinson. I think we're going Purdue here, but I just want to pull up a picture of Purdue Pete, just because Purdue Pete I think is just kind of hilarious as a mascot.
Purdue Pete is hilarious. Farley Dickinson, if they win the playing game, I hope that they win the tournament. That's a great name, Farley Dickinson.
Farley Dickinson,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I can just see it now. Like Dick Vitale is like, let me tell you, baby, Farley Dickinson's going to the Final Four, and like I want to hear him say Farley Dickinson over and over.
Oh yeah. So let's take a look at Purdue Pete, just because I mean Purdue Pete's fucking legendary. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, that is Steely McBeam's dad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen the picture of the line?
biological father.
Oh
Where's
yeah.
Maury at?
Oh yeah.
I
You are the father. No, but Purdue Pete. Purdue Pete. Have you ever seen the lineup of all the past Purdue Pete headwear? It's hilarious because just through the years they just get rougher and rougher and rougher, and it's just hold on. Purdue Pete head cover history. Yeah. It's just
yeah.
yeah, and this guy looks like Woody right here.
Uh-huh.
And then this guy, he just fucking golden face from The Office right here. So,
Yes.
so what I want to say about Farley Dickinson though, so they're the Knights, right?
Okay.
Their logo is it doesn't make any sense because
Like a chess piece. And
yeah,
what high school did they steal this from their Photoshop class?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Well, yeah.
Okay,
So
never mind. Forget what I said. They had a funny name, but your logo is so lazy.
yeah, just a
How are
chess
you going to
piece.
fend for yourself in the tournament?
Yeah, no,
Dumb, dumb, dumb
that's tough.
logo. Boo.
That's tough. All right, but yeah, I think we're going with Purdue Pete on that one. All right, Memphis and FAU. What do you got here?
I'm going Memphis just because I like Penny Hardaway, and I think that they are going to flip a switch. And FAU is a made-up university, so I think that I'm going Memphis.
You think FAU? What about Lane Kiffin, dude? That was Lane Kiffin's stomping ground for like 3 years. Down.
Lane Kiffin, I also think is made up. I don't think Lane Kiffin is a real guy.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
I wish he wasn't.
Derek Rose too. Yeah, Derek Rose was Memphis, right?
Yeah, D Rose,
Yeah,
D
yeah,
Rose,
yeah.
and that's when John Calipari was there before Kentucky. So yeah,
Yeah, no, I kind of like their logo too. That like blue tiger look, I think is pretty dope. With like the silver and blue stripes, I'm about it. And dude,
I agree.
If your mascot is the Owls or whatever FAU's mascot is, I'm kind of out on that.
Yeah, when people try and defend Owls, they're like they're a bird of prey. Okay, well I have a shotgun,
Yeah,
so you know,
yeah,
kind of null and void at that point. Doesn't matter how many times it twists its head around if it's blown off.
yeah.
So, not that tough. And going up against a tiger, you think an owl is going to be able to kill a tiger?
No chance,
Come on,
bro.
get real.
Get out of here. All right, Duke or Roberts. I'm going Oral.
Okay, so here's my thing. I've been very torn on this. This is now my 17th bracket. So the 16 I made prior, I kid you not, I have 8 where Oral Roberts wins. I have 8 where Duke wins. Because Duke, especially with what I saw them do in the ACC tournament, is the type of team, they could go on and win this whole fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could also get bounced in the first round. And especially because I watched Oral Roberts in their conference tournament, they're kind of tough.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, if you are bold enough to go to a school that has Oral in the title, you've got to be willing to put up with some shit. And they have won some really gritty basketball games this year, and that's just a hilarious name. So I'm cool with Oral Roberts blowing Duke out of the water.
No.
It's up to you, which is funny because I think they're a Christian university.
Yeah, I think they are
But
too.
yeah, praise God. So
Praise Bible, man.
I'm gonna praise them all the way into the round of 32. I'll if you want Oral Roberts, I'll go Oral
Hey,
Roberts.
I think we should go. I think we should go with Oral, dude. I think we
I
should.
think that's what we should refer to something else as from now on to certain people that may or may not be of the same gender. Like, hey, can I get some Oral Roberts?
Mm,
Uh, it's at some point.
at some point.
Yeah,
Down the road,
yeah,
down the
yeah. Hey,
road.
we'll see. We'll see how they do in the tournament.
Yeah,
And
there we
then
go.
make up our mind. Yeah.
There we go. Dude, there is like, yeah. Well, so their jerseys are kind of, they're fine. I don't know. ORU's
They're
kind of
okay.
fine. I feel like Oral Roberts is a perfect March Madness team because I feel like they've been in this thing before and they've done damage over the years. I feel like, and because you never really, I don't even know where Oral Roberts really is. I think
I
Ohio.
think it's. Oh, I thought it was in like Oklahoma or something.
That actually might be it. I don't know. I have no idea. Regardless, though, I think it'd be. I
Either
don't.
way, they're in God's country,
Yeah,
so that's all that matters.
I think.
Praise Bible, man.
Praise Bible, man. My only hesitation is that I want Duke to do well this year now that Coach K's gone, so that the narrative will be was Coach K the problem in the tournament all those years. That's what I want because every time they get bounced in the tournament, it's always like, oh, Coach K doesn't have it anymore, and I thought it was always hilarious. So this year with him being gone, I think it might be funny if Duke goes the whole way and wins the whole thing. But I'm going with Oral here.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Tennessee, Louisiana. Raging Cajuns is a great name, but I'm not saying
It's a
that.
great name, but that's really all they got. I
Yeah.
think uniforms Tennessee hasn't beat, talent Tennessee hasn't beat,
Yep.
mascots Tennessee hasn't beat, because Smokey's just cooler
Smokey's
than a
dope.
Raging Cajun.
Yeah.
You can't disrespect them. And Peyton Manning. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Tennessee.
So the only hesitation I have doing research for it, the Raging Cajuns, they have a logo that is literally just it's a hot pepper, and I think that's kind of fucking funny. So hold on, let me try
They
to
just
find it.
for us in the way that we're doing this, they just got a tough first round matchup.
Yeah.
I can't I can't make my that is it's kind of hilarious. There's a Chili's logo beneath it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that if anything takes them back. Yeah, I don't think it's as cool anymore. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna go Tennessee for sure.
Yeah, that was tough, dude. I was like, I was actually maybe thinking about making the switch, but you pointed
Yeah,
out
me
that
too.
Chili's logo, dude.
And then Chili's with their baby back ribs are just fucking sneaking up at the bottom there. So yeah, I gotta nix the Raging Cajuns.
Dude, that's hilarious. They have a side by side with the two.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's tough. Yeah, I'm out on the Raging Cajuns. All right, so let's move on to Kentucky Providence.
This is another tough one for
Yep.
me. I think that both teams, like, I think that this could either be a really close game or they could blow each other out. Like, I think they're both pretty good. Now I only got to see them play a handful of games this year, but I don't know. My gut says Kentucky, but Providence I think has a cooler logo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And I like Providence's uniforms better, so I don't know.
yeah. No, I think if I'm being honest, I do think that the logo might take the cake for me. I mean, I know he's like a monk. That's what he's supposed to be. But like,
Yeah, but he looks like a Jedi,
like a phantom,
like
dude.
a samurai or a phantom. Yeah, either way, something way more badass than somebody who'd meet up with Oral Roberts later.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, dude. What are you thinking here? Because I feel like Kentucky, they're a blue blood. I always kind of like the checkers down the side, but there's something Maybe it's just because Rhode Island has nothing else going for him that I'm kind of leaning towards Providence just to give him something, just to
Yeah, you
let
know
him have a
what? For
bone.
all 8 people that live in Rhode Island, let's pick Providence.
There we go. Shout
For
out
the
Rhode
eight
Island.
inhabitants of Rhode Island, shout out. Shout, shout out.
All
Hey,
right.
you know what? I'm gonna make this one easy for you.
Yeah.
Fuck Kansas State and that dumbass state of Kansas and go Montana State. I'm saying the Bobcats pounce on the Kansas State cunts
Wildcats,
and
but yeah.
yeah. I'm going Montana State all the way. Of course, it's a little bit of a biased pick, but at the same time, I just hate the state of Kansas and everything in it. So
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I have a question. What is a wildcat? Because I know what a bobcat is. I don't. Is a
yeah,
wildcat like a
because to
real
me,
thing?
yeah, because is a wildcat also just like a feral cat?
I don't know.
Because like if it's just a cat that's in the wild,
Yeah,
does that because like okay, there's a bobcat and there's a mountain cat. What technically is a wild cat?
I don't know.
Because to me, I got this one that roams around my neighborhood that would technically be a wild cat. So is
Right.
that what they're being represented as? Because I know for sure I could punt that fucker across the state. So I'm not very intimidated by anybody named the Wildcats.
No, I agree. I just know what a bobcat is, dude. So
Yeah,
if we're grounding ourselves in reality here, I think we got
yeah,
to
it's
go
a cat named
Montana
Bob.
State. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I would much rather hang out with a cat named Bob than some wild mangy cat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's for sure. Go Montana State. I'm really trying to get through this with like acting serious.
I know.
It's not going so well.
No, yeah. All right. So next we got
Two Troj.
two Troj. Well, it's Spartans
got
versus Trojans.
a Trojan and a Spartan. I feel like that's pretty even, but like see, so Trojans, condoms, prepubescent sex, and then Spartans throw babies off cliffs. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like
could you spin it as that being badass though?
it'd be a tough spin. It'd be real.
Listen, 300 was a
Hey,
dope movie, dude.
300 was a dope movie. I think like you might be able to spin it for us, but there are no mothers co-signing
No.
on that. That's badass for sure.
Yeah.
So in the mom community, thumbs down
No.
for for sure. I mean, I like Sparty better.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I've just always disliked USC.
Same.
But this is a game where if we're going just based off the teams, I could see USC pulling off the upset. But I just don't see Izzo going down like that.
I agree.
I don't.
I agree. I think that old Sparty logo is what takes cake for me. I think that old mean mug right there, the Popeye looking dude. I think I don't know what it is, but that's just a dope logo. So if you're good with it, I'm going Michigan State.
Yeah, sorry, moms, we're going Spartan.
Sorry, moms. Apologies to all moms out there.
Sorry to all the moms.
All right.
Who you got? Marquette,
Vermont.
I want to root for the little guy, but I've got too much love for Marquette. I always liked Marquette.
Yep.
2 of my top 5 favorite basketball players of all time went to Marquette. So I really like Shaka Smart, who was the VCU head coach when they made their run, and then he went to Texas, and then he went to Marquette, and he's been successful everywhere he's went, and I think he's just a good coach and a good dude. I like Marquette's uniforms. I like their color schemes. They're always, pretty tough. And as much as I like Vermont, we already did Rhode Island a favor, so that's kind of our check mark for the state or the region of New England. So I'm leaning more towards Marquette.
I agree.
But Vermont, I wish you all the best with your 9 people that live in your state.
Yeah. No, I'm going Marquette. Marquette, I think, has the cleanest jerseys in college basketball. I don't know why.
Oh,
I don't know why.
That is a bold statement, but I like them.
Yeah, maybe clean isn't the right word. They're just unique. Year in, year out. It's like the stripe looking trim that I just kind of dig with like the navy
Yeah.
and gold and sky blue. I don't know. It always looks good and it just kind of sticks out. So I'm good with sticking with Marquette here. All right. Houston, Northern Kentucky. I think the obvious choice here is Houston. Northern Kentucky is, I mean,
The Norseman, which is kind of cool.
listen,
Um,
there was one logo that I found from Northern Kentucky it goes hard. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, logo. Let me pull this up. Because the normal logo itself goes pretty hard, but there's one that I'm trying to find here that it's something. It's like a boat, like a Viking boat that just sort of goes hard. Where is it? Boat logo. Oh, come on.
dude, so while you're looking that up, I bought the new Chell yesterday,
Yeah,
and I've been putting off getting a new game because my friends will bully me that I don't get new sports games every single year
I get it.
because it's relatively the same thing, and I don't want to spend it every year. I do it every couple of years, whatever. But it has been a long time since I got an NHL, and I created a team today
Mm-hmm.
that are the Helena Huntsmen in the state of
Ooh.
Montana, and they are badass.
So, no, that's a great name for a team. But this is the one I was talking about. This is
That is cool.
it's kind of a dope logo. Not gonna lie. However, uh, Northern Kentucky. I mean, what kind of? That's like going to school at Northern Pennsylvania University. I don't know.
Mhm.
I feel like they don't really have a shot there. So
Yeah, they're reaching.
yeah,
So yeah, I'll go Houston. Then here,
Iowa
Iowa
Auburn.
Auburn. I think I was potentially the better team, but I love Bruce Pearl, and I'm never going to be able to let that go.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a tiger over a hawk's eye.
Are those Hawkeye feathers?
Those. Shout out Bart Corley, man. Yeah, I think rip the wings off that thing. I'm going Auburn.
Yeah.
And then you're telling me if you put a little bulldog in a hurricane, that bulldog gonna be fucked up. So, also I've watched a lot of ACC basketball this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think Drake has only put out softer music recently.
Yep.
So I'm going to count that against them as well, just for a namesake.
Yep. No, I agree. Yeah, I don't love Miami, but I mean,
Me neither.
But I don't know, Drake. I just feel like Drake's been in the tournament so many times.
Yeah.
All right, Indiana, Kent State. If you're good with it, I want to go Hoosiers just because I don't know why I like the pants. Those warm-up pants are just kind of dope.
So I have a bunch where they make deep runs. I actually think that Indiana is better than a 4 seed this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Well, Kent State seems to be a hot pick, and I don't really know why. Maybe it's just because I haven't watched any Kent State basketball this year, but I've heard so many guys be like, "Oh yeah, watch out for Kent State in round 1." I don't know. I don't really buy it.
I will watch out, but I don't think I'm gonna need to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand Kent State.
Yeah. Iowa State, Pitt. I think we're going Pitt here, right? I don't want to do your boys dirty.
I'll let them get the one just because Iowa is a dumb state and
Iowa's a terrible state.
And I love Pitt. So,
Yeah.
And if you want to even just talk about like uniforms, I actually don't mind Iowa State's,
Mm-hmm.
but Pitt, especially in the last couple of years, now with the rework, the colors, the cathedral font, and things like that, they're just like separate me from being a Pitt fan. They have tough uniforms,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm happy with that. Like the black and gold ones they wore last night were friggin' awesome.
Yep.
Love those.
Yeah, no, I agree. Anything with the Pitt script on it, I'm all for. So I'm not a big fan of the new Panther logo, if I'm being honest. But that's just my opinion.
Compared to the old one, I'll take.
That's fair.
So yeah, if we're talking, I'm talking like Larry Fitzgerald era. Panthers were on the gold helmet. We had like that Panther needs to be put to sleep.
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Euthanasia. This one, we're still training them.
Yeah. No, that was the cocaine bear. That old panther was the cocaine bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
That was a wild cat.
Yes. Yes. That was a
Oh,
wildcat. That is for sure. uh, Xavier, Kennesaw State.
Xavier.
Yep.
Bill Murray is their biggest fan, and I trust in Bill Murray. And Xavier, I think, is actually a very good basketball team.
Yeah.
So
No, there's something about that X logo that's kind of dope. Kennesaw State, I don't mind down in Georgia, but like, because I knew a ton of people that went to Kennesaw State, at one of my last jobs. But yeah, Kennesaw Xavier, just dope logo overall, good basketball school. All right,
yes.
A&M Penn State. I gotta go vibes here. I'm just
Yeah,
going with my
dude.
boys.
I really think, like I said, it's not going to be easy. I can see that being a one possession game,
Yep.
but you guys have been playing really good basketball, and I will ride that.
Yeah, I
So
think as long as we don't get cold from behind the arc, I think that'll be the key. But
yep.
and not only that, dude, A&M. I don't know if you've ever met anyone from A&M, but they do this weird thing where they get class rings, and it's like they say Penn State is a cult. A&M's like a real cult, dude. Like I'm telling you, it's weird.
Yeah,
Like
anybody that wears a class ring belongs in the same community of people who laminate stuff and like get their names embroidered on polo shirts that like aren't for a job, like they're just their personal polo shirts. Like those are the class ring people.
yeah,
They also should probably get their ass beat.
yeah,
So just to hey, you're an adult, okay? You are an adult. Take the jewelry off, and like I graduated. Are you kidding me? That is the dumbest shit ever. So I'm really sorry for anybody watching this that does have a class ring, but you do need to grow
I'm
up.
not. No,
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
not. I'm not gonna
You need
apologize.
to grow up. You are a grown adult. Stop doing that.
I have a story. I don't know if I want to tell it now or just keep going, but yeah, I have a story about one of my sister's ex boyfriends that had a class ring on, and I still
Well, of high school,
yeah,
you're high.
dude.
Oh my god! Because to me, you get a diploma, right? That's your proof. That's your even if you have pride in it, you get a diploma for high school or college. You keep that. The class ring is just saying, "Look, I'm a douche." That's all it is.
Dude, okay, I'll tell an abbreviated version. I just came over. It was like right when we started dating, back in college. She came over for the first time to help me and my family decorate the Christmas tree. Right, my sister also had her new boyfriend there for the first time, so it was meeting both the new significant others. Me and him are in the middle of
Probably
decorating the
did
tree.
wonders for Jess.
Yeah. Oh no,
Like,
it
hey,
did.
Jess
It
is great,
did
but I
for a
feel
lot
like
of
it
reasons.
made her even look even better.
Yeah.
With class ring boy showing
Oh
up.
well, and that's the thing. Me and him were like putting something on the tree, and he reaches over with his one hand, and I saw the ring. It was the first time I had seen it, and I couldn't stop
Dude,
looking
I'm
at it,
just
dude.
imagining your dad like shaking his hand and feeling a ring and then looking at it and like your dad's face. Like I'm imagining that in my head right now. Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, so only a few people are gonna know who that is.
yeah,
But I really hope that kid is different now.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
There were a lot of different things that happened that day, but that was the thing that sticks out in my mind.
Yeah.
Fucking ring. Anyway, my boys over A&M, Texas, Colgate.
Bevo over toothpaste. Easy decision.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy money,
Yeah,
dude.
that is. We don't even need to dive into it. Bevo
No.
over toothpaste every time.
Absolutely. All right, Kansas over Howard. The Jayhawks dope. Howard's logo is also kind of cool. That bison's cool. The only thing is, one of their logos is a rip off Buffalo Bill logo. So I'm going Kansas all day.
Yep,
So
I got Kansas as well.
yeah. Arkansas, Illinois. What do you got here?
This is tough.
Yeah.
Razorbacks is an awesome name.
Mm-hmm.
I like their logo a little tougher. And Illinois is a school in football, in basketball, in baseball, in any sport. I can't take them seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think that they will ever actually be good at anything. So I got Arkansas facing Kansas.
Arkansas. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Arkansas.
there's their Kansas, and this is our Kansas.
That's right.
So yeah. All right. Oh man, we're not even through the first round. Holy
It's fine.
shit! And
It'll go a lot quicker though.
no, I just mean like I'm this loopy
Oh
already,
yeah, I
and
know.
we're
I
only
know.
in the first round.
I know.
Okay. But
Uh,
I feel like most of the good stuff is coming here because we're going to end up like these are teams that we've already covered
Yeah,
once we get to the second
exactly.
round. So it's
Exactly.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm a dude, I'm like saying stupid shit and making myself laugh that I know is not funny. There are going to be people watching this and are like, what the fuck is wrong with them? And
Oh,
you
dude.
know what?
I
That's
love
okay
it,
because
dude.
I'm having a good time.
I love it.
Uh, all right.
St.
St. Mary's
Mary's.
VCU. Shaka Smart's not there anymore. In St. Mary's, what are they? The nuns or something?
They're the Gales, I think, which
The
which it's a night.
shout out Abby.
Yeah.
Shout out Abby. She must be a St. Mary's fan. The Gales.
Yeah. No,
Um,
VCU has March Madness magic though, so I'm going VCU. The Rams kind of dope.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I think a Ram would fuck up a lady named Gail. So I'm good with that. We'll go UConn for sure. I know that Iona has been a popular pick as an upset across the board. I do not think that UConn is bitch made, and I think that historically they're a better basketball school. I like their uniforms,
Yep.
and I like Huskies. So
Yeah.
and I am Husky, so I feel like I resonate.
Yeah.
With them, and so UConn can maybe go meet up with other New England school, Providence, and
Yeah.
what have you.
Yeah, no, I like UConn. Definitely dope jerseys. It's just one of those like pure basketball schools. Huskies are dope. Iona just sounds like a rip-off Iowa, so I'm always just kind of out on Iona. Not only that, Rick Pitino is their coach, and if you know anything about Rick Pitino, you know he does not last long, so they're not going to last long in the tournament, so I'm going UConn.
Well, I actually, a lot of people don't like Rick Pitino because of everything that happened at Louisville. That is exactly why I like him. I think that he is a hilarious human, so I'm like kind of rooting for him a little bit. But yeah, UConn for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm taking TCU here, because the mascot of the Horned Frog, like the person, I don't know what it is badass, and that's such an obscure thing. The Hypnotoads, we were on them big
awesome,
during the football season. But also, I want to see. I've always got love for Jamie Dixon. He brought me my last good memories at Pitt, and I want to see him obsessively lick his lips into the second round for sure.
Oh, dude, I forgot about if you see him on yeah, forgot about the lip licking
the entire time. But yeah, the Horned Frog is dope.
Yeah.
So
actual horned frogs are kind of wild looking too. But yeah, Hypno Frog all day for the win. I agree with that. I am also a Jimmy Dixon fan too. So, Gonzaga, Grand Canyon. I always thought Grand Canyon University was just a non-profit school like DeVry.
My dad, I was with my parents last night, and we were filling out a bracket together, and my dad goes, "Isn't this an online school?"
Yeah.
And I said, like, yes, but no. Like, they cater to a lot of people who can attend online, but they have a physical campus with sports teams. Like college I went to Post University, which is based in Connecticut. They have a campus, and they have athletics, and they compete and do all this stuff, but their primary student body is 70% online students. So, and I think that Grand Canyon is like the same way, but that was a very long-winded answer to tell you that I'm picking Gonzaga. I like, despite all of that, I think that Bulldogs for sure. I think Gonzaga kicks their ass.
Yeah, dude. Oh wow. What are the what is Grand Canyon's mascot? Do they have a team name? I don't even know,
Or are they
dude.
just giant holes? Because that's what the Grand
Dude,
Canyon is.
I don't know,
Um,
dude. I don't know. I don't really care. Grand Canyon University sounds fake, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's a dude. What was the name of the school that the black dude with the sideways hat would yell at you? Everest.
yeah,
Those commercials.
yeah,
That's to
yeah.
me Grand Canyon is West Coast Everest.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh
Yeah.
man, but yeah, Gonzaga. I
He's like,
mean,
get off your ass, go to school. We're like, God damn, man, chill out.
I'm a big fan of Gonzaga. I'm a big fan of any Bulldog logo, so I'm a big fan of them. John Stockton too, legend of the game.
Yep.
Big Gonzaga guy. So I'm good with that. All right, Northwestern, Boise State.
I like Boise State better, but I think that Northwestern would win that game.
I'm torn just because Northwestern only they're just a bunch of nerds, a bunch of journalist nerds like Mike Greenberg, big Northwestern guy. So I'm kind of rooting against them. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like I want to pick Boise State just because Northwestern never does anything in the tournament.
Let's pick
Um,
them. I
cool,
fuck Northwestern.
cool.
I like Boise State's color scheme better.
Yeah.
So fuck Northwestern,
All right.
purple bitches.
Do it.
I don't want nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, and then last one of the
UCLA,
first round.
UNC. Yeah. UCLA, UNC, Asheville.
Got a lot of respect for UNC Asheville, but I think UCLA takes it. I love UCLA's uniforms,
Yep.
especially that like powder blue with the gold and the white. They're just, I mean, they're too good, too clean, and they're a very good basketball team this year. I think they've actually got a really strong chance of winning the thing.
I think I have a
But
future on them winning the whole thing. I'm pretty sure.
well, that would be lit as a pair of tits,
Yeah.
and I hope that pays off
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, UNC Asheville. I think they're the Bulldogs too. I don't know. I don't know. They have like one of the top players in the country though, don't they? Like an unknown guy. I think they have like one of the bigger names in the upcoming draft. I think. I could be wrong though. I
I
forget his name.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But good luck. Good luck to the guy.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
all right.
Second round. It'll start going a little quicker now. All right. So we got Alabama, WVU.
Alabama, because I'm tired of WVU. And even though it doesn't make sense for the Crimson Tide, their elephant mascot is dope.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Is any part of you rooting against Alabama because of all this
Yes.
shit that has happened this year?
Well, I don't even want to say even because of that. I don't know. To me, it's like I'm torn between. I like that they're showing that they're not just a football school, but I want them to just stay a football school.
Yeah,
Like
they can't have
that's
it all.
that's right. That's more where I'm at. Is like you're already one of the like. We'll even just say generously one of the 5 teams that has a chokehold on college football.
Mm-hmm.
Like, leave basketball alone, you greedy sons of bitches.
Yeah, no,
But I'm tired of WVU. We gave them a courtesy advancement, so I'm done with them from there.
yeah, no, I agree. All right, San Diego State, Virginia. Who do you got here?
I again love San Diego State's jerseys and stuff, but or how do we want to do this as time goes on? Because I like San Diego State better, but I think that Virginia would beat
You think
them
so? Because I
for
feel
sure.
like Virginia is just outside of the. Yeah, I know they won it a few years ago, but that was like years and years in the making, and it was like, all right, they can't screw it up this time. I feel like they're kind of a fraud overall, though.
See, that's how I feel about Gonzaga. Because
Them too. They just haven't won it. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you want to push the whatever the San Diego States are they the Aztecs? Is
Yeah,
that what
they're
they are?
the Aztecs. Yeah.
Hey, let's push them.
All right. No, I like that. NC State, UCSB. Gauchos versus This is a logo matchup and a half. I'm leaning towards
It's so
NC
tough.
State. Yeah,
Me too.
yeah,
Me too. Like, hey, I'm still a lot of love for the Gauchos, but the Wolfpack reigns supreme here.
yeah. No, I agree. Utah State, Arizona.
Go Zona. Just
I
just
agree.
push them because I don't really give a shit about either team.
Yeah,
But I think that Arizona would win, and they're both mediocre uniforms. So
yeah.
I mean, just push them.
I mean, out of the two, I like Arizona's logo better. So if we're
All right,
going
yeah,
purely
good
on
with it.
looks, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, well, you mean the Ambridge logo?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so Purdue and Memphis. I don't like Purdue. They're very good, but I don't like them. So if you want to push Memphis because they have a cooler logo, Derrick Rose and Penny Hardaway is a coach, I'm good with that. But if you want to push Purdue, I would push Purdue.
See, I'm thinking Purdue just because their one jersey. If this is the criteria we're basing it on, their one jersey is pretty dope. The one they wore them in the Big Ten championship where we played them. Hold on, these guys right here. I kind of like these. They're clean. I really like the swoop underneath. Plus, dude, the fucking Zach Ede or what? Yeah, Ed, whatever. Everyone pronounces that name differently, but he's 7'4". You can't do anything with him. He's playing a different sport. He's not even that skilled. Yeah. He's just so big that you literally cannot stop him. That's
correct.
That's like me playing basketball on a mini basketball hoop against toddlers.
Yeah,
like I don't have to be that good. But
we should compare.
What?
I'll round up some toddlers in a Fisher Price hoop,
okay.
and we should just make a comparison.
All right.
I'll make like a split screen, a video of him playing, and then you dunking on toddlers.
Is that the next vault video right there, dude?
It might be. It might be. But okay, yeah, we can push the Boilermakers, which is such a dumb name.
Yeah. They'll get thinned out eventually.
We can push them. You know, okay, so I don't want to like spoil the rest of this episode, but I'm just saying because I know they're coming up. If this is how we decide to do it, I'm totally cool with having us pick Oral Roberts to win the whole fucking thing. I'm just saying if that's something you want to do, I'm cool with pushing him. But if not, may he rest in peace.
Yeah. I'm good with pushing him another round. I'm good with, hey, Oral can take you pretty far.
Yeah.
So
it can almost get to the finish. Depending on how good they're performing. So if they're really killing it, then who knows, man?
A lot of innuendo, dude.
Yeah, might blow our minds and take the whole thing. So, yeah.
All right. Providence or Montana State? Do we want to
wait? I thought Oral was the next.
I picked Oral.
Oh, you don't have it on the screen share.
My bad.
I'm still looking at eDay or whatever.
Yeah, my bad.
All right.
Oh, dude.
All right. So who do we have? Providence and Kentucky.
Yeah, Providence and Montana State.
Right. Damn, that's tough because this is where my bias from living there kind of runs out a little bit because I really like Providence's uniforms and their mascot, and they're the higher seed, so it makes sense that they would do that. I'm really rolling. Aren't they like the Friars or something?
The Friars, yeah.
I'm saying I kind of dig it.
Listen,
shout out Bible Man.
Never thought that the priests would be so badass, but those monks, dude. I'll tell you what,
these ones don't touch kids. Yeah. True. Yeah. These ones just hoop.
Yep.
Now I'm just thinking of priests playing basketball. All right. So
Sparty versus Marquette.
Sparty and Marquette is tough. What are you feeling?
So here? I'm thinking Marquette just based on uniforms and team and vibes and Shaka Smart just he's a March guy. So
Yeah,
I'm thinking Marquette.
march on.
March on. Houston, Auburn. I don't know, dude. So this is where. So first round, I was glad to get Iowa out of there. This round, listen, I have respect for Auburn, but you know when they say War Dame Eagle and their mascots the Tigers, I'm just kind of out on Auburn.
No, I can agree with that, and also I think we're a very pro Cougar show, so we can push
That's for
Houston.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
for sure.
Uh, Miami and who is it? Indiana.
Indiana.
I got Indiana here for sure.
Yeah, Hoosiers.
Have any of
Bob
you ever
Knight.
watched
A
Hoosiers?
great
Yeah.
movie. Gene
So
Hackman. Yeah.
yes, dude. Um,
Pitt
can we push Gene
Xavier.
Hackman through to the next round? Um, so my heart wants to keep pushing Pitt. My brain for basketball knows that even if they do beat Iowa State, they would not beat Xavier. Um, I'm okay with because we got the first round dub. I would be okay with relinquishing my homer rights in this round because I do actually like Xavier. They have tough uniforms, vibes are good. Bill Murray's their guy, and they're a good team.
Yeah. So this one we were on a roll and I want to keep it going. This one I kind of want to pull up. I do want to pull up Xavier's logo and just kind of compare it to Pitt. Um, Let me see images. We'll go. So that's kind of a dope logo, right? I'm a big fan of what are the Musketeers? Musketeers are
Yeah,
it's just another. I mean, Musketeers, Cavaliers, Buccaneers. They're all the same thing, right?
yeah,
Um, but having said that, dude, that Pitt script is pretty dope. I'm a big fan of these gold Pitt jerseys too.
yeah,
So
dude. And like I said, pretty much everything that they put out in this new era, I've been a fan of. So, I'm super happy with what they've been coming out with. So, I mean, like I said, my heart says Pitt, but my basketball mind knows it would be Xavier. So, I'm really cool with whatever we decide to do here.
so I think this one is as far as our normal criteria goes. I think this one's kind of a toss up. Uniforms and logos, I think, are neck and neck. Basketball wise, I think Xavier is probably the better team. You can disagree with me if you want. Pitt kind of ran out of steam at the end of the year. The fact that they're already playing an additional game, I think, is probably going to catch up to them. So I'm thinking
I
Xavier
agree.
for this one.
We can push them for
Yeah,
Bill Murray.
yeah. All right, Penn State, Texas. So I think it's
Can
hilarious
you
when.
pull it up again?
Oh, damn! I'm not doing well with
It's
my.
all right.
All right. We got all right. Penn State, Texas. So I'm always a big proponent of horns down. I think that's the best salute in sports, right? Tom Herman was a joke, and I'll always remember him for being the joke that he is. Texas basketball is pretty damn good this year. They just won the Big 12. As much as I love my boys, I don't think Penn State basketball has the best jerseys, if I'm being
I
honest.
You're never going to get me to side with Penn State uniforms.
Yeah.
You may even get me to side with Penn State on some practical knowledge, but I'm not with the 1950s middle school, same uniform, same pattern, bland ass shit forever.
Well, and that's
Uh,
basketball. They switch it up. They have like gray jerseys they look kind of nice, but like the problem is, I'll pull up a picture of them. The problem is, and first time I saw these, dude, I was like, what the hell? Penn State basketball jerseys. So if you just look at the font of the numbers, they're so weird. Like they literally pick like the generic font from like Microsoft Word
uh,
instead of like a jersey look or something. Like they I don't know, it's weird. It doesn't look right.
yeah,
And I mean, I know that it's supposed to be plain, but I mean, I don't know, this they're a little too generic for me. So, if I'm being honest, I think I'm going Texas here unfortunately.
Yeah, we both kind of got to just lay the
Yeah.
swords down here, I think.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next?
Kansas, Arkansas.
All right, so I'm gonna say they're Kansas because Jayhawk is cooler
Yeah.
and they're
Better than
a
a pig.
monster
Yeah.
of a basketball team. Yeah.
Better than a pig for sure,
Um,
dude. VCU,
where are we at?
UConn.
VCU and UConn.
This was tough.
I think the Ram gets stopped here. I still
Mm.
I like the Huskies in pretty much every category better, and I like VCU. It breaks my
Hmm.
heart to kick them in this round, but I think that UConn gets the best of them.
Yeah. No, I unfortunately agree. Um, TCU, Gonzaga.
This is your call. I feel like I've been kind of just steamrolling through some of these, but I don't believe in Gonzaga, and I never have or
I
will.
agree.
But at the same time, uh, TCU doesn't do much in the tournament either. I just hope that this is Jamie Dixon's breakthrough.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I'm going just Hypnotoad. That's my rationale on this
Hypnotoad.
one. And Gonzaga always seems to get bounced. So they can't get it done. Boise State, UCLA. I think I'm going UCLA for
Ukla.
yeah,
Yeah.
UCLA. Yeah, I agree. Bill, although, dude, have you ever watched a UCLA game on like Pac-12 network? Bill Walton is off his fucking rocker,
Dude,
dude.
he is clinically insane, but I'm here for it because it is hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's
Um,
wild.
all
All right.
right, we're pushing.
Yep.
We're really getting there now. Um,
Wait, hold
so
on. I want to
okay,
make sure that. Okay, no, we're good. I wanted to make sure we didn't do just half of it. We're good though.
um,
All right. Alabama,
where are
San
we at
Diego
now?
State. Bama, San Diego State.
I
I think
like
a bunch of
state, but
that.
I feel like,
Yeah. If we're talking
but I feel
mascots,
like Bama's just gonna have to take the cake with the elephant there.
you don't think a bunch of Aztecs could take down an elephant? I do. I'm not saying I want to pick San Diego State,
Well, okay,
but
but then at that point is it one elephant or a bunch of elephants, and is it one Aztec or a bunch of Aztecs?
it's a good
Because
point.
if you get a bunch of elephants to stampede those mofo's, I think it's game over.
Yeah,
So they got that thick skin.
they do got
Because
that thick skin.
Aztecs don't have Uzis. They're using like spears of wood and shit. So or clay or whatever they had then. I'm not a history guy, but I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, I guess Bama, but I would be cool with pushing State too because I don't want Bama to have everything.
yeah. Well, hey, we still got a few rounds left. NC State, Arizona.
Push the pack.
Let's go.
Push
Let's
the pack.
go. Let's go. So a lot of the people I work with now went to NC State. They're all out of Raleigh. So I'm kind of partial to NC State, and I don't know, dude. I know Arizona kind of got hot near the end of the year. They won the Pac-12, or did they win the Pac-12? Yeah, they beat
Yeah.
UCLA. I don't know, dude. I feel like they're gonna hit a wall, and I feel like NC State's just gonna keep getting momentum, and
Yes.
that
And way better logo and
yeah,
mascot. Yeah.
the pack, absolutely.
The pack.
Uh, all right, Oral Purdue Pete versus Oral. Who wins?
Uh,
Do you think?
you gotta give me input here because you already know what I want to happen. Because I don't like Purdue and I love Oral Roberts.
Listen,
So
I think crazier things have happened, right? I'm going with Oral. I don't think Purdue Pete.
let's fucking go.
I don't think Purdue Pete can really withstand Oral. I don't think he could. I don't. He can't push
No.
past it. No. So
No, I feel like he'd be the type to whenever they meet in the game. Of course, he'd be too apprehensive. He couldn't let himself loose and and win. So
Mhm.
I think that Oral would just crush them.
Yeah, I like it. All right, then we got Providence Marquette, Big East matchup here.
Dude, yes. Ah,
This one's tough. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like these
both
two teams know
both
each other.
awesome jerseys.
Yeah,
Yeah, both awesome jerseys. They know each other very well. Both actually have played very well this year. Um, I don't know, man. That's truly a coin flip if it got to this point. My basketball sense wants to say Marquette, but if it's who I like better, and if we're going by the logo and jerseys, it's Providence, which I know is a bit of a stretch because Marquette does have some awesome uniforms and stuff. It's just the way it is and how I feel, I guess.
I listen. There's something about Providence that like you said, the jerseys and logos are dope. So I'm good with pushing Providence.
Pushing P,
Pushing
pushing
P.
P.
All
All
right.
right.
Houston, Indiana. Cougars or Hoosiers? Gene
I'm
Hackman
going.
versus the Cougars. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I guess Cougars wouldn't really be going after Gene
So
Hackman.
here's my thing. Here's my thing. All the Cougars could only ever get one Gene Hackman. But Gene Hackman could get as many Cougars as he would want. I'm rolling Hoosiers.
Hoosiers. I like it. I like it a lot. All
We're
right.
really hyping up Gene Hackman right now.
No, dude.
We need to be a part of his PR team or something.
No, dude. I know. I know.
Xavier, Texas. I'm going Big X over Tex. I'm saying horns down here and going Xavier if you're cool with it.
I'm done, dude. I'm definitely cool with that. Listen, I think that Musketeer could bring down Bevo. They're pretty agile.
Yeah,
They
if you
sidestep them.
stab it right
Yeah,
through the heart.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 100%. Kansas, Yukon.
Probably.
Kansas, Yukon.
I really like UConn, but I think probably Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Which what the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know, dude.
Like nobody ever knows this. Like and like even like Baylor, we were talking about before. Like sick 'em Bears. Who looks at a bear and tells them sick 'em to another person or somebody? Like that's what you say to like a dog, like
That's
a
what you say to a
domesticated
husky,
animal.
dude.
Yeah, who's saying sick 'em Bears? Like nobody's doing that shit. But I really don't think that uh, Jayhawk has anything to do with rocks or chalk.
No.
So either way, though, I think that they win that game and they have the cooler mascot.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree. And dude, if I'm gonna dip into football here, Mark Mangino, Meatball Mangino from back in the day,
Yeah.
dude. I'm a big Kansas guy. Not a big fan of the state. Just
Not a big Charlie Weiss guy.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, rock chalk, Jayhawk, sloppy top, whatever you want to say. Good for rock chalk.
Yeah. TCU, UCLA.
I think this is where the horny frogs die. I
Yeah.
think the toads get poisoned here
Plus, dude,
by UCLA.
Bruins. I think Bears probably just eat horned frogs just for the fun of it, you know, just a little snack.
Little snack.
All right.
All right.
So now we're Elite Eight. This is where it gets tough. Pack versus Alabama.
You can't have everything, Alabama. I'm pushing the back.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Listen, this is strictly because Alabama had to be too good at football for the last 20 years. And plus, I mean, I think that the Wolfpack is just slightly cooler than the Crimson Tide and the Elephant.
Yeah.
I think that the Wolfpack edges them out by that much.
Yeah. If you would have asked me who we'd have in our Final Four at the start of this, well, really with any bracket, I would have never said NC State.
Right, but this is supposed to be ridiculous, and
Yeah.
this is our show. And if you don't like it, then kick rocks, chalk Jayhawks.
Do we have a lot of low seeds here?
Yeah, good. And wait till they see what happens next. So here we are with what I'm.
Or
Is this oral?
Oral Roberts, Providence.
This is my toughest one yet.
Yep.
In terms of what my heart says, but if we got to go with what my heart says versus what both my head say, I think I'm gonna go with Oral Roberts. And just because you know what, it's more for Bible Man because they're a Christian university
Yep.
that I want to see Bible Man take a different throne since he already has that of the Christ Crusader. So,
Yeah.
um,
My thing is Friars are never gonna get Oral.
true, but
Logic.
Oral can finish anybody, uh, and that's what it comes down to. They're a very good disciplined team.
Yep. Yep.
They only get sloppy when they need to in terms of their play, and
Mhm.
they know what works
Oh
for
yeah.
each team, and they'll get off into the final four, I think, here. So
All right. All right. Gene Hackman versus the X.
tough,
This is tough.
big tough. This is okay. So a fist fight between Bill Murray and Gene Hackman. That's tough.
That's
I
tough,
really
dude.
don't know what happens there.
So if I'm being honest, I know we've been hyping up Gene Hackman a lot, dude, but hear me out. Gene Hackman was in Enemy of the State. Clearly a badass. I think Gene Hackman easily takes.
Yeah, but Bill Murray was a zombie. He came back from the dead
Well, he
in
wasn't really a
Zombieland.
zombie though. He was
He
pretending
ends
to be
up
it.
no in the second one.
Oh, I haven't seen
He's
Zombieland
actually
2, so.
okay. Well, he's actually dead and is a zombie, and he also busted a lot of ghosts. So I don't know. That's really tough. And he was in Stripes, where he's in the military. That's tough.
I think I'm leaning Hoosiers, and it's because Indiana is not as shitty of a state as Ohio. And Xavier's in Cincinnati.
Works for me.
Cool.
Push the Hooge.
The Hooge. All right, and then our only 1 and 2 matchup here, Kansas and UCLA.
Probably going Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Yep.
I think.
Mangino for the win. All right. So.
This is the best Final Four I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. Yeah, this is incredible. I can't believe that NC State and Oral Roberts are both in the Final Four, but
they deserve it.
They do. All right. In all reality, which one loses steam first? Well, it also got to look back at history too. NC State, Jimmy V went all the way when no one said that they could. At what point does Oral Roberts lose that magical run? You know, it happens to pretty much every Cinderella story.
I mean, they're both Cinderellas technically in this case. So I guess NC State. I guess we got to push. I guess we got to push the Pack again, which I've been a big proponent of. They've got a sick ass logo, good uniforms, and I'll tell you what, a Wolfpack does not care about Oral. They don't. As much as it's been a pretty big factor in every other, or excuse me, that team has had plenty of reasons to knock off anybody else before.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Wolfpack just doesn't give a shit, and they would not succumb to Oral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're choosing your words very carefully.
I am.
Yeah.
I've been told I'm a scholar, but not a gentleman. And which is what I'm leaning into right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know what? Push Pack again.
I got Pack. And then Indiana, Kansas.
All right, Meatball Mark, Gene Hackman.
I don't know,
I don't
dude.
know, man.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think I'm leaning. I think I'm leaning Kansas here.
Me too. Rock'em Chalk'em Jayhawks.
Yeah,
I got him taking down Gene Hackman. Gene had a great run.
dude,
Gene
he
got a
did.
lot of unnecessary publicity on this episode,
He
but
did, dude.
uh, but you know what is he grows in age and his legacy uh, molds itself. I hope that we're seen on the footnote of that. So,
I would hope
um,
so, dude.
but I mean, we literally gave the State and University of Indiana a free ride to the Final Four just because of Gene Hackman, who has no actual affiliation with the university whatsoever. So, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh man.
All right.
And then, do
Okay.
we go real basketball here, or
I
because
don't
we
know, dude.
push the pack all the way to the final, or do we stick to our guns with the pack, with the jerseys, with the mascot, with the logo, and go there? Or do we go with a school who is a terrible state but a good logo, has Meatball Mark and the better basketball team? That's tough.
Well, okay. So let me. What I want to do is
Ooh,
I want
this
to.
might turn you.
Hmm.
NC State claims Russell Wilson
Oh, dude. Yeah. Mm. Oh.
and Wisconsin, but he was at NC State first. They're who recruited him. They wanted him. He just transferred to Wisconsin. He's an NC State guy.
Yikes.
And you know what he used to say all the time? Go Hawks.
Yeah. 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 No, dude. That's it.
Really puts us in a conundrum.
That's it. I think no. That's a nail in the coffin right there. If we're being honest, dude. So Meatball Mark, I think, would have gotten the most out of Russell Wilson had he gone to Kansas. So
I agree.
clearly, I think the choice there is Meatball Mark. Logo-wise, logo-wise,
I never would have thought I would hear you say clearly there the choice is Meatball Mark is a sentence that you would utter in your lifetime, but I'm so happy it happened right now.
logo-wise, I think they're both on the same tier.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I think
whatever Rock
Kansas
Chalk
is it.
Jayhawk means, I think we're gonna roll with them.
Yeah, that's it, dude. All right, final score.
69-42, and just we'll say that that's a 42.0. And I think that Kansas just blows them out of the water, takes a page out of Oral Roberts' notebook, and takes care of business in the end.
Yeah, I agree. All right, dude. There it is.
We did it.
Rock Chalk. Rock Chalk. That was
Oh,
that was somewhat exhausting.
yeah. I will admit I'm a tad winded. I also am out of shape, so that
Yeah.
might have something to do with it too. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Hey, I love that though. That's some good content. That's some good quality content. But yeah, man. So we did it. We'll see how it fares. Nobody knows anything in March, but
Yeah.
I know that we're going to enjoy it, and I hope everybody else watching this gets to enjoy some basketball here in the coming weeks. And you know, we'll see how far Oral can take you, and just how much the Pack are going to push, and if our hometown teams actually exceed our expectations. There's a lot at stake, and you know what? I'll say this in my closing that this year is a year where, to me, it truly is wide open.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like this team should win, or barring a crazy upset, this is the odds-on favor. I truly think this is anybody's year, so I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what happens.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a great tournament. Hey, it's the best time of year if you're a sports fan. I'm going to go put some bets down right now. I'm ready to go. About to go fill out another bracket. But hey, if we learned anything from today's episode, it's that Oro can take you far, and Gene Hackman, what a run. That guy's been on some run, huh?
Yeah, man. Hoosiers, Royal Tannenbaums. That guy, he does a lot that we're giving him too much credit for.
Yeah.
But you know what? Big Bible Man show, big Gene Hackman show. So and who knows? They might be the same person because Bible Man never took his mask off. So
That's true. That's
dude,
it.
Hey, get TMZ on the line. Gene Hackman may be Bible Man. But anyway, I had a lot of fun today.
Me too.
I really enjoyed this. So I'll be talking to you soon, dude,
Yep.
and we'll be back here next week, Vault Peeps.
All right, let's go, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Go subscribe, share, follow Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. It's been a good one. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.